Hello. It's been a while. Long awaited session. We're here, starting five. Mr. Corey and Mr. Brian. How you doing, Mr. Corey?
I'm doing all right. How you doing,
I'm
Mr.
doing
Brian?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's been a while. I feel
It
like
has.
we got to catch up on a few things.
It's been. Yeah. There's been some games that have been played.
There have
Yeah.
been some games that have been played.
There's been some players that we might think about. Maybe firmed up their status in the league. That maybe
Yeah,
there was questions about going in. There's
this is
maybe
true.
some more questions that have been raised.
Yeah, there has. I can somewhat agree.
Yeah.
I'm only probably going to agree with you right now because throughout the show I'm going to disagree.
Yeah. Probably. This could be a
But
hot take episode.
it could be a hot take. You know who we need to get on the show? We need to get like Stephen A. Smith or maybe even Skip Bayless. Since
Ooh. I mean, I think I'd rather go Shannon Sharp.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, I we could get him on the show, but
We
I need
could.
somebody that's gonna give us some ratings. Shannon Sharp's
Uh,
gonna be well liked by the public. Skip, maybe not so.
right. So you don't think that scares people off?
No, not at all.
All
Not at
right.
all.
It
Not at
scares
all.
me off.
It does. I like Skip. I feel like I could
Do
fight
you
with
like
him on
Skip?
air.
I could fight with him.
Well,
I could
I
fight with him on
no.
air. I could fight with him off air. I'm good.
When I say I like him in terms of fighting him.
Yeah. He is the
And
perfect epitome of of a person who
yeah,
never has to put his money where his mouth is.
which is yeah. Again, I'm gonna agree with you in the beginning stages of these conversations, and
We're
I
allowed.
will
We can agree.
disagree.
We
I
can
will
agree.
disagree later. So let me ask you a general question.
Uh-huh.
What have you thought about the NBA playoffs?
Well, that's an interesting starting spot. I had some thoughts early on. Like who is Kawhi Leonard? How do we remember who Kawhi Leonard is after his career is over? If let's say his career ended tomorrow, like let's say his injury status, and he's like, I don't want to go through it anymore, and he retires. Where do we put him as far as history in this league?
Well, I mean, the
Is
one
he a
thing
Hall
with
of
Kawhi,
Famer?
he I would say yes.
I might have to agree.
All right, then I'm going to say no. No. The reason why I give him like a notch in the
Mhm.
Hall of Fame is because he's proven his worth in the league.
Yeah.
He's obviously, I believe he got a championship with that Mr. Fundamental led
hmm
team.
He did, and he won the MVP that
And
year.
then he crossed the border,
hmm
which probably Trump had a problem with. I don't know. Somebody I'm sure had a problem with him crossing the border, but
It
he
was
ended up
much easier pre-COVID.
yeah, but he ended up getting another chip
hmm
across the border.
And another MVP.
Um, correct. However, I guess the argument can be made is, wow, is he reliable? But the man is clutch. He's clutch. He does his thing. Like when he's healthy,
Right.
he's probably I like, and I'm talking about right now. When he's healthy,
hmm
probably top 10 in the league in terms of
I
players.
think you could put him top three.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Whoa,
Now
whoa.
you're speeding in a school zone right now. Now I'm gonna need you to
He's
slow down.
I don't
Top
remember who said it.
three?
I don't remember who said it,
Top
but
three?
I don't think it was Dan Patrick. Somebody said earlier in the playoffs, maybe right around when he got hurt, he's Jordan-esque when he's healthy. He's just never healthy.
Okay. First of all, if we're gonna drop Jordan, like,
That's not me. I want to say it was Dan Patrick. I think Dan Patrick might have said it on his show.
well, you're over here quoting
I'm
him,
quoting
so
somebody else.
yeah. Now it sounds like plagiarism or
Well,
verbalism, whatever you
I'm
want to call
trying to
it.
yeah, verbalism. um, but he's it's not far off. I think I agree with that sentiment.
I don't
He's
know if
never
I'm not doing top three. I won't give him
no
that. No, that's why I said top 10.
right. Well, who's
Better than him.
who's first, second, and third on your list?
See, See, that's such a that question is very, it's somewhat skewed
Yeah.
because are we talking, because I said, if he's healthy,
Hmm.
he is in my top 10.
Yeah.
If are we talking about healthy like candidates, or are we just talking about my top 3 right now?
Top three players active in the league, whether they're healthy or not.
Oh man.
Assuming they're healthy. Top three players in the league.
Top 3 right now. Oh man. Um are any of these guys like facing charges or no, let me stop.
Yeah. Well, he's not
uh
facing any charges either. To be fair,
okay.
he's in an open
I
carry state.
I
He can do whatever he
mean
wants.
I it's I'm very biased.
Yeah.
I like right now,
Hmm.
top 3,
Hmm.
who's going to slide into this conversation is my
Jokic.
man. Oh man, see, I wasn't
Oh
even
no.
thinking of him, but I talk about him every day.
Yeah.
But actually was going to talk about his competitor right now, Mr.
Ah.
Buckets.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Buckets
Hmm.
might be right
Playoff
now.
Jimmy.
He's playing at that level, top 3.
Yeah. So what I
Um,
would say is that
but overall,
Kawhi does what
too,
Jimmy does better.
wow. But
When healthy.
Jimmy's always there. You know,
Jimmy's there. Jimmy's
that's
much more reliable.
and Jimmy's just hasn't been in a program. Think about it. I believe if you made it to the Spurs during their run,
Hmm.
you know what I mean, you would look like a superstar.
Right? The way
You
they
know,
move the ball, they can get me some open shots.
that's what I mean. Like you
Yeah,
would, yeah, you would be like that guy.
yeah.
You
But
know,
but Leonard did it with the Raptors.
he did, but he also did have Kyle Lowry on that squad.
He had Kyle Lowry on that
And
squad.
didn't
They have a
wasn't
good team. Siakam's a
wasn't
good player.
Siakam? Siakam was there, and
Siakam was there.
Siakam's eating right now.
Yeah, Siakam's a
Siakam's
great
been
player.
eating. He's like a
Yeah,
silent predator.
yeah.
Not a child
Siakam's
predator.
great.
I mean a silent predator.
Siakam's a great player.
No,
So
he's a very good player.
let's think about who's number one. Easy, Kevin Durant.
Oh man, he's yeah,
Who's
Kevin. I can't sleep on KD,
You
but the
can't.
thing
It's hard
is,
to put anybody with that size and that
but
shot that he
I'm
can
gonna
get
put
off over anybody.
hands down, Steph Curry's in this conversation as well.
Mm, Steph Curry's got to be in that conversation. That's
He's in
fair.
the conversation as well.
Giannis has got to be in that conversation.
Is he though?
Yeah, I think for me, number one player is Kevin Durant. Number two player is Giannis, and then after that, there's like five or six guys you can put at number three, and I wouldn't be angry at you.
I'm putting the Joker
Yeah.
before Giannis now.
All right. Okay. Well, so that's what I want to talk. That was a question I had for later.
Oh well, we could discuss it
Yeah.
now.
Well, it gets a little deeper than
But
just
how
the
deep is it
Bucks.
gonna get? He really like
Yeah.
you're the number
It's
one seed.
yeah.
What the
It's
hell are you
not.
doing losing
It's
to
it's
the?
not
To be
about. It's not about the
honest,
Bucks. Yeah. Yeah.
how is it not about the Bucks? It's about the
It's about
Bucks
the
all day.
East. It's about the East.
But I mean, so what are you saying exactly?
The East is bad.
It's not.
That
If you
well, that's what I'm
have
saying.
Jimmy Butler and his
Are they
his
frauds?
crew,
Is the Eastern Conference fraudulent?
not at all. Not at all.
They made you think that they were, but look at what the Heat were able to run through the Celtics. They were able to run through the Knicks. They were able to run through the Bucks. Do you think they wouldn't have been able to
But
run through Philly?
you're saying run through the Heat just in this last series versus the Celtics. They were literally like,
I mean, they
oh
were
yeah,
up 3
we
0.
went 3-0, and then all of a sudden they all these conversations come about.
Yeah.
Are they going to be that first team? You know how many times that stat came up? It was
Yeah.
149 and
Yeah.
0 or something
So,
like.
yeah. So
So
let's think about the Heat's run to the finals, right? They beat the Bucks in 5. They beat the Knicks in 6. They beat the Celtics in 7, but they lost Tyler Hero in the first round. They lost Gabe Vincent and he was having a great series against the Celtics. And he was probably their leading scorer. If he wasn't, he was their second leading scorer in that series till they went down. And when he came back is when they won. So if you've got an 8 seed making a run like that, and we're looking at Philly with Embiid, we're looking at the Celtics with Tatum, you're looking at Antetokounmpo with the Bucks. All three of those guys were probably got, well. Embiid was the MVP. Tatum definitely got some votes, and Giannis got some votes. And this 8 seed Heat team had no problems running through those teams with 7 undrafted players.
You know what? This is how I can kind of go.
This is my first hot take.
Yeah, this is kind of where
The
I can
East
go
is
into
trash.
my.
Yeah.
They're not trash at all. It's about who steps up, and that was one of my takes. We'll call mine a hot take.
Mhm.
Players who just didn't step up in the playoffs.
Did they not just step up in the playoffs, or were they just
Yes,
never as good as you
exactly.
thought they were?
No, they just didn't step up in the playoffs because
Mm.
all I can list off maybe about 4 to 5 guys right now that who could have stepped up, but you know what they did? They stepped down, and they're on vacation. They're on vacation. Look
Uh-huh.
at Jordan Poole. What did he do?
Mhm. Jordan, that was his entire season.
It was. Yeah,
His
granted, that's
season, his
another. Maybe
season
that's
is
another episode because we can talk
yeah,
about the Warriors'
yeah,
inter
and what they
turmoil.
go forward with. Yeah.
All right, but let's look at Julius Randle. Did he step up?
Mm-hmm. No, East trash.
And let's look at another villain, Dylan Brooks. All he did was he did more shit talking. He averaged
Yeah.
a triple double in terms of shit talking
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
than he
Yep.
did on the court. You know,
Yeah. True.
another
What
person.
about Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, you can literally. I only saw maybe a couple games where he did his thing.
Right.
Other than that, yeah, he didn't step up. So
No.
I'm glad you put that out there.
Yep.
Another one.
James
The
Harden.
Oh wow, yeah. See, I wasn't even. Now you're just hitting. Now you're just hitting him below the belt right now.
Man,
But
telling
but
you. I'm mad
DeAndre
at these.
DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre. Now the Suns are an interesting situation. What happened to the Suns?
The Suns are going to be extremely dismantled.
Mm-hmm.
I think we may have had a personal conversation like just on the cell phone. And I said, you know
Yeah.
what? You know who's out of there is Monty. And
He
tell me
is.
why. Literally, like soon
What
as
happened with him and Aiden?
there's a beef there.
They,
I don't know the
and they just got rid of
exact.
both of them. Well, they didn't
No,
get rid
well,
of Aiden yet, but they're
Aiden's
talking
still on
about
the
it.
team, but he's in a proposed trade with
Yeah,
CP.
they're talking. Yeah, right. They're talking
Yeah,
about moving him,
yeah.
and you got rid of Monty Williams for what?
I don't
Coach of the
I
year
don't
last year.
don't understand why you get
Yeah.
rid of Monty. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Let's look at the team first, and then
Mhm.
let's look at management coaches later.
Yeah.
You know, like don't
Right.
they're always so quick to fire a coach. You know what I mean? I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Since we've talked about all these people that didn't step up,
Mhm.
now that we're seeing some people that are stepping up on both sides of the ball, like from
Yeah.
Denver and from Miami. You know, depending on the game.
I
Maybe they
love this
stepped up.
Miami team.
I mean, I do. You know who I love on Miami right now
Mhm.
is my boy. He's from the Timberwolves. Then he went to the Cavs. He's been around forever, and he's over there. Is my boy Kevin Love.
Yeah.
He's showing out. He's like it
Mhm.
seems like he's going to be the if he stays in Miami, he's going to be Udonis's replacement. You know what I mean?
He
As
could
like
be
the vet
the vet
that
that
you
they
know,
keep.
yeah.
That shows these younger kids how to play. No, what I love about this Miami team is it's got Pat Riley's fingerprints all over it. They're like it's like his MO. He finds these guys who undrafted and that know how to stick around and play and win. You think about John Starks, Anthony Mason. Now you've got Caleb Martin and Duncan Robinson, and Gabe Vincent might be an undrafted player.
I believe
And
so.
they're all having big moments in
Okay.
these
I
playoffs.
I really enjoy that you pulled out those Knicks references. Those
Yeah.
those are my guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
Being from New York and all that. But
I mean that was what Pat Riley did. He left Showtime Lakers and he was like, "Give me that bag boy from that supermarket. He can play for me."
okay.
And then Spoelstra has been a great coach. You got to give him credit. He's got
Spoelstra,
to get
to
his
be
flowers.
honest, Spoelstra grew on me
Yeah, he grew on me too.
because when he first became the head coach, I was like, they putting like an audio visual guy as the head
Right.
coach. I'm
Yep.
like, wow,
Yep.
because
Yep.
that was literally his background. I'm not
It
saying
was
that
the
he
no, he
wasn't,
was.
so I'm like, wow, that's
Hmm.
a. Then all of a sudden, he just starts winning,
Right.
and he's winning
And
chips,
Riley stuck
and I'm
by
like,
him
yeah.
when Wade and LeBron wanted him gone. Pat Riley came out and said, "I'm not listening to players when I'm picking my coach."
And you know what? I'm going to agree
And
with you with saying that Spoelstra's a great coach
he's
and
a
all
great
that.
coach.
And this is the only
That was the
time
biggest difference for them in the Celtics
I'm
series.
done agreeing with you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I mean,
Um,
the
moving.
this
All right. Let's get back to
Nuggets team is
seriousness. Now you're getting all in your feelings.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
No,
Soulsboro.
I
Okay.
love.
All right. It's okay.
I just like. I am. I. This has been one of the more fun runs to the championship that I have seen that I can remember over the last few years, at least.
No, it has. It has been a great playoffs.
Yeah,
Who's winning the championship?
the
Maybe
Nuggets.
I should have probably asked you like before the series started
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because I
I
don't
got
want
the
to agree with
Nuggets.
you. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
want to agree with you.
I got the
I just
Nuggets.
want to bet at my job, and yeah, I went with
Yeah,
the Nuggets and I won.
right way to go.
All right, let's move. I need something to disagree with you
Well,
on.
we can talk about the East being trash.
Yeah, but they're not.
So the biggest difference for a team in the East for me has been Spolstra over any other coach in the East.
Okay,
And if the coach is making that significant of a difference, then I don't think any of these other teams are ready to win, which to me says that they're frauds.
wow, bold statement.
That best case scenario, Boston's a couple years away. I think Philly is now a mess.
They've gotten far. They had bad
Yeah.
coaching.
Who's
I'm going to put it out there. Doc
Doc
Rivers,
Rivers?
trash.
There you go. That's a hot take.
That is a hot take. I'm going
You
to
think
say
he
it. I'm going
coaches
to say it out
again?
loud. Oh, of course.
You think so?
He's a good coach, but he's just trash.
I
I don't
think
know. Is that like
think
an
that this is
oxymoron or something?
yeah, a little bit. I think this is a good opportunity for him to transition back to the booth and start
Doc
calling games again.
Doc Rivers literally runs into a wall when it's like any sort
But
of
it's the second round.
he literally just runs into a wall.
Yeah,
You know,
pretty much.
he had his run with the Celtics, and then after that, it was a wrap.
He had a run with the Celtics.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, like it's not like he's had bad teams to coach.
No, no,
He's got great teams, great players, but he
right.
just runs into a wall. So obviously, let's blame it on the coaching.
Blame it on the coaching. And I think that was the biggest difference with this Heat team in the East. I mean, clearly Celtics coach got thrown into it. You know, it was just his first year, and he could end up being a great coach. And those guys
Listen,
are young.
first of all,
They
Joe,
could
what's his
be
name?
a good
Joe
team.
Mazzulla, whatever
Joe
the hell his name
Mazzulla,
is.
yeah,
First of all, Celtics have a great team.
they have a great
Yes,
team.
they
They're
were
still very
definitely
young.
poorly coached. Definitely poorly coached.
They
But
got
they're
out
young,
coached.
and that's
They
the
got out
reason
coached.
why they didn't. If they had a good coach,
Mm-hmm.
they would be in the finals right now.
They should,
Because
yeah, they should
they
be in
should
the
have
finals.
been.
They
They
should
should
have
have
been in
been.
the finals right now.
Think about it. Where were they at
Yeah.
last year? They've literally played, I think, Miami in the conference finals for the last like
2
three
years, back to
times in
back
the
years, right?
last.
Game seven,
Come on.
yeah.
It's
They should be
coaching.
in the
It all
finals
comes down to coaching.
if they had a coach that could match Spolstra's whatever Spolstra was doing, they would have been in the finals easy,
All day.
right? But
Granted,
they're not.
Denver would smack them.
Denver. The way things went, yeah. But
Oh,
Missoula had issues with his rotations.
it
He
doesn't
had
matter who's playing Denver in these finals right now. It could even be a Western Conference team. Like they could switch it up.
yeah.
Denver's winning. Denver is a balanced team.
Denver's
I'm
great.
talking about. Think about it. Everybody was like, I remember the other day when I was like, oh yeah, Denver's killing it. You got two people that dropped triple doubles. They're star players.
Yeah.
Where were their star players last night? Yeah, they had great games. Or I'll say a good game. But
Yeah.
who stepped up? You had Aaron Gordon drop 25.
Aaron Gordon.
Then you had Bruce Brown drop 21. And I've been
Mhm.
preaching Bruce Brown.
Since the
He's
beginning
coming
of
off
the
the
season.
bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yep.
Come on. Like, what are you telling me?
And they haven't gotten anything from Michael Porter yet.
Yeah, and that's yeah. He's been like, and
Right?
think about it. He might shine in this next game.
He could. And that's what's great about them is he could give them 20, 25 points. KCP can give them 20, 25 points.
And that's another name you forget about, KCP. KCP
Yeah,
has been solid. He's already got a
solid as
chip
a
under
player.
his belt.
He does.
You know what I mean?
Right?
I literally said the biggest for Denver, one of the best moves that they made was getting Aaron Gordon.
That was yeah, it was a great play. It was great.
Aaron Gordon, it's like that's like if somebody trades for like maybe like a Zach Levine or
It's like the Warriors getting Andrew Wiggins.
yes, exactly.
You're
It's
getting a
like
top. I
you
mean, I know Wiggins was number one, but you're getting a top 5 pick. I think, right? Maybe he was 4. Gordon. You know, he's coming
he
out.
was,
He's
I
coming out
believe
of a
so.
school where he was carrying a college, and you
Right.
know,
He was somewhat of an all-star in Orlando.
yeah. Well, he was
And
definitely in that dunk contest
oh yeah. But this is
with
what I'm
Zach
saying. Like
Levine. Mm-hmm.
you literally get you're getting, and I've said superstar, and I don't want to keep using that word with him, but you're
Mm-hmm.
getting someone close to that. You know what I
You're
mean?
getting somebody with that potential. You're getting somebody who was a superstar at every stage before he got to the NBA,
Yeah.
where
Yep.
he had a run in college. He had to be a superstar
He
in high
was
school.
killing it. He was killing it in Orlando.
And he was playing good in Orlando, but he was put into weird roles,
But the
and I
problem is
think he's
too,
finally found the role for him to succeed in
yeah.
the NBA.
And the problem is too is Orlando doesn't get a lot of airtime. You know what I
True.
mean? Like even
Yeah.
in Florida, they don't really get that much airtime.
Right.
So it's like you don't really know who he is as a player
Right.
because he was dominating. You know what I
He was
mean?
playing great.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple other guys that were in Orlando with him that maybe did similar things as far as
I only remember him.
yeah. He was there with Nikola Vucevic, who was a great center. He's
Yeah,
been a great
again,
center for, but
like I said, I
they
only
probably
remember him
clashed a little bit. Yeah.
because
He
then
was there with Victor Oladipo.
yeah, that's another. This guy, he should probably retire or something.
There's a guy where if he and probably should if he
Isn't
was
he
on
on
the
the Heat?
court, he's on the Heat. He's just not
Yeah,
playing. He's
yeah.
never recovered. I don't think he's ever recovered
No,
from
he
blowing the
hasn't.
squad out.
Yeah, he hasn't recovered.
Unfortunately, because he was becoming a superstar in this league
Yeah, he was. He definitely was. I can agree with
before
that.
that happened. Yeah. That's
I mean,
unfortunate.
it is. It is.
So, what do you think you got right? Thinking about what you were thinking and going into these playoffs, what do you think you got right going in?
The Heat making it as far as they did, and
That's a good call.
the changes that are happening right now with Monty Williams being blown out.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix is they're gonna retool. They're gonna like. I mean, those are my like. I guess my hot takes. I don't know if I have any others.
Yeah. All right. What do
Um,
you think you got wrong?
I'm sorry. What was that last question?
What do you think you got wrong for what you thought was going to happen in these playoffs?
Yeah, you might have to run that one by me again because I don't get shit wrong.
Oh, we could. You want to run the tape back?
No, no. One thing I got wrong is I thought Lakers were gonna get blown like
Mm-hmm.
before, and Paul. I should say pause with that, but I thought Lakers were gonna get demolished
Right.
early in the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs. So that's what
Mm-hmm.
I got wrong.
Right.
So
What about
kudos.
you had the Warriors or the Suns in the finals?
All right, we don't got to bring up old shit now.
Well, that's what I
And
got
I
right.
had I
That's about all I got right.
oh god. All right, you want to hold on to that? Go ahead. Yeah, I did have the Warriors going deep,
Yeah. Right.
but they got like a lot of turmoil.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. What do you
they
think they
got
do in this postseason? You think they shell out for Clay and Draymond
well. I mean,
now
from
that
what I've
Bob
been
Myers is
reading
gone?
and hearing, and apparently from the last thing that I researched, so when one of these guys from ESPN called me, he said Draymond wants to stay.
Mm-hmm. And
So
Clay, I
I'm
think, wants to
like,
stay.
oh yeah, Clay's gonna stay because
But now
obviously
Bob Myers is gone.
he is.
Let's talk about the mistake that Jokic was not this year's MVP, or Is that what took the pressure off of him to just be able to go out and have the playoffs that he's had?
Don't need to talk about anything because you just answered the question.
So you think it was a good thing for him to not have ended up with the MVP because that maybe took the pressure off of him going
Yep.
into these playoffs and he could just play.
You can tell Jokic is not a dude about
He doesn't care.
accolades or whatever.
No, he
And
doesn't care.
Embiid did like average 30, like what, 33 points a game.
Embiid had a
First of
great year.
all, who the hell as a center? Like, when was the last time a center averaged 33? It was like the leading score. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. It's a
Come
good
on.
question.
So, like, you literally just answered. You said, and yeah, him not being the MVP is making him even better. The man's
Yeah.
every day when I talk to anybody, especially in Miami, Florida, which like
Mhm.
everybody's like, why are you rooting for the Nuggets? I'm like, because they're the better team. but but
Yeah.
Jokic is a walking triple double.
Yep.
The
Yep.
man, like, he averages like 10 snores, 10 toothbrushes, and like 10 changing of clothes. Like, he can do a triple double like at any point in
Easy.
given time.
The way he finishes sometimes around the rim. He's a lot stronger than I think it looks.
That's the only.
Just
I
from
mean, that's what he has going for him. He's strong,
he's
and he has
strong.
a great mental basketball IQ.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
Easy.
know,
Easy.
like I've seen some touch passes to Aaron Gordon. I'm like, how is he doing
Yeah.
this?
Did you see the one the other night where I think Murray hit him from the top of the key around the foul
Yeah,
foul line, one handed
one
step
hand.
pass to Gordon for a dunk. I think it
Yeah,
was Gordon. It might have been
yeah,
Michael
it
Porter, but I
was.
think it was Gordon. Yeah,
Yeah, one hand.
that was amazing. Yeah,
How do you even see? Like he knows, and
yeah,
maybe it's a design play, but the man's tough.
yeah.
He's tough. Walking triple double. But
um,
I'm still giving the MVP to Embiid. I am because
okay.
Embiid did his thing.
I
You know.
mean, playoff MVP, Finals MVP.
Oh well, yeah. I
It's
mean
easy,
that's
Jokic.
yeah because well Embiid's not there. If Embiid was
No,
there, you would there
Embiid's
would
not
be
there because he's not that guy.
well no Embiid's that guy. He just doesn't
Mm,
have his
hasn't
supporting
he
cast
hasn't
isn't
proved to
there.
me that he's that guy in the playoffs
Wow,
yet.
he definitely has to prove it to me. He is.
In the
He's that.
playoffs?
He's proven to me all around playoffs
No,
and
he's a
regular.
great player. He's a great player. I'm not taking him over Jokic
He
any
has a
day of the week.
terrible supporting cast. It's
I'm
all
still not
about
taking
a
him over Jokic
supporting
any day of the week.
cast. First of all, this isn't tennis. This is not a one
Well,
person
let
game.
me how
Supporting cast. Think about it. Who the hell's supporting Jimmy Butler right now?
well, we
Some
got
one
Bam out of we got
game.
some guys.
Yeah,
Bam's been playing
Bam's
good.
trying. He's trying.
Bam's
He's
been
trying
playing
his
great.
best.
Here's what I'm
But
going to say about Embiid not being not having a supporting cast is he's got good players around him. Harden's a good player. Maxi's a good player. Tobias Harris is a good player. The thing with
yeah,
me and
no, I
Embiid
mean,
and
you
maybe
know
it's
what?
coaching, but he's not elevating other guys in the way that Jokic can elevate other guys and still get his.
I disagree.
It's one or the
Disagree.
other with Embiid.
I
It's
disagree.
never. You could
So I
disagree,
disagree. I'm
but I
disagreeing.
haven't seen the game.
Fully, 100% disagree.
I
I'm
think
telling you
Jokic.
right now.
I think Embiid is trying to carry a team, and Jokic is
Jokic doesn't have to carry
directing
the
the team.
team,
Jokic is directing the team.
but Jokic doesn't have to
Jokic,
carry his team because the
he,
other
but he.
players support him. They know their role and they come out and ball.
Well, have you watched?
Whereas,
There was two games these playoffs where Jokic put up 40 plus points. One of them was a 50-point game, 50 plus points. They lost both those games. So if the other guys aren't stepping up, then Jokic does, and that's what kills them.
okay, but how many games has Denver really lost? Because they're obviously in the finals for a reason.
They lose
That
one to
means
Minnesota,
that
two to
means
Phoenix. They
the
lost 40
other
games.
yeah, that means the other guys are yeah,
Yeah, but
obviously you can't ask
what are Jokic's stats in those other games? It's a ton of assists.
yeah,
He's
because
he's giving those guys the opportunity to shine, and
he is,
Embiid is not that player.
but
You need another guy on the court
Embiid
to
would probably
do what
have
Jokic does.
Embiid would probably have assists if these guys can make a bucket.
But it's not even about getting the assist. It's that you need another guy on the court to see the court the way Jokic sees the court with Embiid.
But Embiid,
Otherwise, you put the ball in Embiid's hands and he's going to try to score every time. And I don't think that's the best thing for that Philly team.
the thing is, Embiid probably looks at it like, damn, I've been down this road before. Shit, if I don't score this ball, who am I going to kick it to? Maybe Harden's going to get this ball, hopefully. Or maybe Tobias Harris. After that, there's not really too many more options. And if you probably look at the numbers, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but if you look at the numbers, I would say that Sixers, like bench, supporting role casts, so much more worse than Denver. And not like they're just worse than Denver.
Yeah.
Denver has solid people.
Well, yeah, Denver. The only team that I think is as deep as Denver was Milwaukee.
You got a combined 46 points from Aaron Gordon and Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
So what did and I don't know off the top of my head, but what did Jokic and Murray give you? Probably at least a good 45, 50.
In game 3, they scored or assisted on like 80 points.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Right.
Well, let me ask you this. And I think maybe we can possibly wrap it up with this.
Yeah.
This question that I'm going to propose. LeBron James, what do you see his future holds for him? And I guess, you can elaborate in regards to like in regards to his future.
I think he's playing. I think he's sticking around, right? I don't think he's going anywhere. I think the loss hurt. I think he's frustrated. But I still think he's sticking to his. I'm going to try to play in the year. He's going to try to play in the league with Bronny.
I may get crucified if this hits Spotify, and what I'm going to say is this: I don't foresee him playing with Bronny.
I don't know that he will. I think he's going to try to.
You haven't let me finish.
Okay.
This is why I'm going to get crucified.
Uh-huh.
I don't think Bronny is if he gets drafted, it's because his last name is James.
Yeah.
And more so, I've seen him play. He's a talent. He's got great ability. However, he's 6'3". You know how saturated the market is, like when you're 6'3", as a guard. His father is whatever 6'8" and like 270, 280.
Yeah.
Bronny Jr., he's not that.
The only thing he's going to bring is
he's got talent, but
talent. Right.
Yeah, he's got talent, but so if he gets drafted, he may get shipped to like the D League or something, or the G League,
Right.
So that's my thoughts.
Right.
I would love to see him.
That makes sense.
I would love to see him and LeBron play together. I would love to see them play against each other, to be honest. That would be more enticing. Like I don't want to see the whole Ken Griffey thing, even though I love that. That was dope. Ken Griffey and his dad. However, I would love to see LeBron in a game. Yeah, and his son's he's like, yo, I got him. That would be dope.
Right.
I just don't envision. I think it'll be hard for LeBron.
Here's why I think that would be not as much fun as you want it to be, is because LeBron doesn't have that killer instinct. He's not going to cut his kid's legs off at the knees. He's gonna let that kid score.
You think so?
I don't trust. I don't think LeBron's got it in him to.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Embarrass his kid, and he would embarrass him if he put his effort into it.
To be honest, I'm gonna. I'm not gonna quote any stories about me playing against, my son or anything, but
Did something happen? Did
but
I miss something?
no, this is years ago. But
Oh,
I
because
will
I'm
say
waiting for
this.
the rematch. Then
I will say this.
that's the father son I want to see.
Listen, you're crazy. You're not gonna get. I'm retired now.
We'll put it. We'll get video. It'll be our first video version to put up.
I'm gonna tell you right now, LeBron.
Hmm.
I actually saw his intensity when him and Aaron Gordon got
Hmm.
it. You remember that? I don't know if you
But that was
remember.
Aaron Gordon. That
Correct.
wasn't his son.
But have you really ever seen LeBron's intensity like him like just wanting to win and just wanting to play ball?
The most intensity I usually see from LeBron is when he fouls somebody and he didn't think he did, and he goes after the refs.
Exactly. He goes after the refs because he can't really fight them.
Right.
But he literally like I saw him with Aaron Gordon. I said, "Wow!" I said, "This is the first
Oh,
time I see
who was the
LeBron."
guy? Who was the guy with the Pistons last year? Isaiah Stewart. Was it Isaiah Stewart?
Yes.
They had a little bit. They had a little bit of something, and somebody got busted up
But what I'm saying to you is LeBron's at a point where now, all right, his son makes it to the league. Why not?
Mhm.
Why not go at your son?
because it's
Why
his
not?
son.
Yeah, but you know what? The man's a grown up now. He's in the league.
I would be
So you're gonna tell
impressed
me,
if LeBron put his best effort into shutting his son down or dunking on his son.
yeah? Why wouldn't you
That
want
would
to do
be
that?
great. I just don't see it. I could see Michael Jordan doing it.
And why
I
wouldn't
couldn't
LeBron do
see.
it?
I couldn't see LeBron. I just don't think he's got that attitude.
I think he would do it. But that would
I would
be,
love to see it.
to be honest, that would be the better scenario. I actually don't want
That
them to
would
play
be
on
if
the
he
same
did that
team.
and then he walked away. He would jump up in my
To be
book for the
honest,
best players.
yeah, you know what? Then I might put him in the go conference. He dunks on
I
his
would.
son,
Yeah,
wins
he
wins
dunks
the
on his
game,
son.
and then he has
He
to
blocked.
retire. He has to
Yeah.
retire after that game.
If he comes full court to block his son on a fast break,
Yeah, and the son tries to get back on D, and then he dunks
yep,
all
and then he
over him.
dunks on him
Hits him
and
with
then
like
walks
the
off into the sunset.
hits him with like the Scottie Pippen over Ewing
Yeah,
type of dunk. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
He hits him with the LeBron on Iguodala in the finals,
Yeah, and then you retire.
right?
He has to retire after that game.
Yeah, he's got to retire after that game,
Yeah, just to step away from the court.
right?
You know?
Mm-hmm. I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, I think that would be better. I don't foresee them playing together though.
No, I mean it would be hard. You still got to figure out how to work contract situations. If he
Yeah,
falls to the Lakers at a certain point, maybe.
yeah. I
But
mean,
how do you move LeBron if he doesn't?
the thing is, I can see LeBron taking a veteran minimum or something like
Yeah,
after his option. But the thing is, he's got
right.
another. Does he have another year and then an option after that or something?
Yeah, I think he's there for a couple of years
Yeah.
at
So
least. I
it's
think he's
like,
got 2 years left with the Lakers
yeah,
at
it's
least.
it's not gonna work
No, no, I
because
think. I mean, it
no
would be hard to work that logistically,
any
but I
other
think that's what he wants. I
any
think he's
other
going to give it an
team
opportunity.
any other team would love to have LeBron,
Yeah.
but I think in say we'll say a year and a half or whatever, no one wants to
Mhm.
pay him 50 mil to
Let
have
me ask you a
LeBron.
question. You have the I don't know. Let's say Bronny goes out, has a great. Where's he going? UCLA, USC, USC.
USC.
Let's say he goes out, has a great year at USC, puts him in the conversation for a 15th overall pick, something like that.
Okay.
And now you're sitting somewhere, and you know LeBron wants to play with him. But let's say you've got like the 8th pick, the 9th pick in the draft. Do you take Bronny just for the opportunity to maybe get LeBron for a season?
Nope.
That's an interesting strategy.
Very
It
yeah,
makes
very
him. It
interesting.
makes him
I'm
because
not
if you're
doing it.
saying if
I'm
you're
not doing it.
saying LeBron will sign for do you think LeBron could potentially sign for a veterans minimum somewhere just to play with his son?
Yeah, but think about this now. You're signing a what's LeBron 38? So at
Hmm.
this point,
You're
he's
looking at
like
the 40-year-old.
40,
Hmm.
41, whatever
Right.
in that range.
He's shown
That's
no
that's
signs of slowing down. Not no
he's
signs. No sign. I mean, he
they
scored.
said he might have ankle surgery. This
He
I
might have ankle surgery.
mean,
He's shown no signs of slowing down so much that he's not going to give you a huge
but
bump in wins.
let's look at this. If you're, on management of a team, right? You're
Hmm.
trying to build a winning organization. Do you
Yeah.
take a old ass LeBron and a rookie,
Mhm.
in Bronny. So now
Mhm.
you're like 2 roster spots and with probably a lot of money implications.
Mhm.
Do you do
Not if
that
Bron's a
versus?
veterans minimum.
Yeah, but they're still going to give him a little bit of bread because his name is LeBron
Probably.
James. You know what I mean?
Probably.
So at the end of the day, I mean, you're tying up 2 spots with people that you don't really know exactly what they're going to do for you, especially
Right.
LeBron. LeBron's older now,
Right.
and
I mean,
we're
LeBron goes out and he shows that he looks like a 39-year-old.
think
Different
about it.
conversation.
Look at
But if
look at
LeBron goes out and has the
Jordan.
season that he had,
Jordan was getting buckets with the Wizards when he came back, but
yeah. Right.
he wasn't
Right.
Jordan. You know what I mean? He was
Right.
still
No.
Michael Jordan, but he
Right.
wasn't Jordan. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you're
Hmm.
you're kind of gonna get. I believe you would get that LeBron, and then
Hmm.
again, now you're putting your basket or all your eggs in a basket with a Bronny. You know what I mean? Fresh out of college,
Hmm.
like he can he carry an NBA squad? We don't know. You know
Don't
what I
know.
mean?
You don't know. I think it depends on the team that you've
So
got. It
I'm
depends
not
on where
I'm
you
not
are in
doing
your
it.
career.
I'm not doing
I,
it.
I think that's going to be a conversation people are going
I
to talk
think
about.
I feel like you would do it.
If you're Charlotte and you haven't made the playoffs in how long? If you're um
No, we're not talking about Charlotte or whatever trash ass team, Detroit or whoever.
well, yeah,
I
Detroit,
feel like I
and
feel like
but you go
I feel
from
like you're gonna do this. You're gonna make this move.
I think it takes you from a non-playoff team to a playoff
You
team.
you disagree with me. You're making the move. You're doing it.
It would be on the table for me for sure.
And this is why I am signing off. I am not making that move, bro.
No, that might be my hot take. All right, that might be my hottest take.
Yeah,
The
no,
East is trash, and
that's
if I can get
literally.
LeBron on my team, I might take that
Oh
chance.
God, this
If
is
definitely in the East,
your coldest take.
and I don't even like LeBron.
This is where I'm going to leave you. You better
Yeah,
hope we get followers after
all
that
right.
statement, that craziness.
You might get Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless loves
Oh
LeBron.
no, no, I know he does love
He's looking
LeBron.
for a partner. He's looking for a partner to argue
Yeah,
with.
and he probably hire you the way you're talking.
He wouldn't be arguing with me. He'd be like, "I'm doing it in a heartbeat."
Yeah, see,
He might hire me to write for him.
you guys are crazy. I'm done. I'm done.
All right.
I think that wraps it up for the starting five. The well-awaited longest
Follow up
coming. Yeah, pretty much.
playoff episode.
Yeah. All right, my man, Mr. Corey. So signing off, starting five. We're out of here.